Hi everybody, welcome back to Streaming Into the Void and our continuing mini campaign in the new Anulo Noir setting, Fear Chronicles, and welcome to the Halloween episode. Going to be lots of spooky horror-based things happen today, or so I've been led to believe. But I'm playing, I'm not DMing. Our DM is that guy.
The one that looks like me.
Well, on the shush. As always, we are not professionals.
Please try this at home.
With your friends and family.
Play your tabletop game of choice.
And it should be fun.
Hopefully.
Unless the rocks fall and we all die.
Or
Unless
you
we get teleported into the dreamscape and killed by an amalgamation of Freddy Krueger. Anyway, so please remember to like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends about us, do all that cool shit, whatever. The only announcement that I have is that we are off next week because somebody is doing their school play. So we wish her luck on that. Cool. And I think that's everything. Is that everything?
I think so.
We're going to call it everything. You should
Okay.
call it everything. It's
That's
everything.
it. Yeah. That's
It's everything enough.
Okay. Everything enough. We'll be back in 5 minutes because we are still frantically leveling characters. Neato. So we'll see you guys in 5 and yeah, okay, bye. back. That's you.
Greetings and welcome one and all to Halloween episode. To our Halloween episode of Anulo Noir Fear Chronicles. I am your DM for this spooky evening, and this is episode 4. And this is episode 4, session 4. Before we begin recap, John wanted to do
3.
4.
It's 4.
Before we begin recap, John would like to do something first. After having, we'll explain all in recap in just a second. We're doing recap kind of cool this week.
This is alright.
And go.
Do the thing.
I have 2 tabs left on my whatever the Anulo on
Tab.
my tab.
Yeah.
Which is the Anulo version of a cell phone. I have 2
tabs on your tab.
I have 2 messages left on my tab, which is the Anulo version of a cell phone.
Yes.
I'm going to send 2 messages out rapid fire. Number 1, I want to send a message to Ira of the Alien Flyers. Tell him to bring a team in and close off this deli as a crime scene. Second, I want to send another tab to Dr. Fahrenheit, who has many degrees, yes, who is the medical examiner, and I want him to come in and take a look at all these bodies.
Alright.
That's all I wanted to do.
Almost in a matter of minutes, immediately, the deli is, Mon Pa's Deli is closed off and officially confirmed as a crime scene, and Ira comes up to you all and says, alright, you guys know the drill. I need statements on what the hell happened. We'll start with John. What happened from your perspective?
Alright, so we got a lead on this guy, this serial killer that is apparently working for the god of dreams, or the god of nightmares. I'm not really clear on all that right now. I definitely talk mad shit to the guy though, so, you know, it's me. We came to this deli, we had a lead that brought us to this deli. Turned out the guy was here and had killed the owners and had reanimated them as corpses or something. And then we murdered the shit out of him.
It was not murder, it was self-defense.
Totally self-defense. I severed his spinal column, and this new recruit that you sent us, Lyra, the druid, she took that head clean off, and we kind of just left it sitting there where it is.
Alright,
That's what I got.
alright.
He had a weird weapon. It's over there.
Yeah, the forensics team are currently taking it in as evidence.
Good.
What about you, Big Green? What about you? What happened from your perspective?
I missed.
You.
I had a mouthful of vape. I almost died.
Okay. Alright. Goblin with the weird skull helmet. Can you speak? Can you tell us what happened? No, got it.
He doesn't really talk.
Yeah. Can the skull speak?
Nobody can see the way you're cutting your eyes because you got those silly sunglasses on in the Zoom.
Can the skull thing speak for him?
Bruh, I don't know. Talk to him.
Scully, give report.
Irk, are you willing to give Scully? Are you willing to let Scully give?
No, as soon as Scully starts to actually speak, Irk just starts smashing his head against something.
Okay.
Like just beating his head against the wall?
Yeah.
Nice. I like
Nice.
it.
On the floor,
It's
whichever's
already,
closest.
his head's already dented. He might as well, right?
Alright. Miss Lamar, could you give your recap of events?
I reach down and take the skull from Irk.
Oh, okay. Scully,
Bro, you know he'll bite you, right?
He let me do it. He let me take it. It's probably heavy.
He bit me.
Scully
I'm
will...
gonna hold Scully out and let Scully give his report.
Scully gives his report on what happened. basically how, basically kind of similar to what everyone else has been saying. However, that, instead, from Urk's perspective, you know, the, getting smacked with a chainsaw a couple of times, Urk getting slashed.
Claw saw.
With the claw saw. Scully also then tells about how they found the room, that weird dummy thing.
Sova was very useful in finding the room. She is good girl.
Scully basically just gives a recap from Urk's perspective. And Scully ends his statement there. Then Ira's jotting all this down in a notepad, and it's just like, alright, thank you, Scully. Miss Lamar, would you like to give your statement now?
I just relay the information from my perspective, which was I wasn't in that room where that happened. I was in the other room where the other thing happened.
Yes, you were in the deli. You were in the deli with Dan, and Dan kept conversation with Ma and Pa after hearing the claw saw start upstairs. Ma and Pa panicked, went into what looked like a basement, but when you went over there was no stairs or basement, just their corpses.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra, do you want to tell them what you did? What you saw?
And when it comes to my turn, I relay what happened from my perspective.
Yes. From your perspective, you sent Munin with Sova to check out the alley. Then you entered the apartment, saw the effigy with the rest of the gang. And how after Papa Lawyer was paralyzed after John stabbed and tore out a piece of his spinal column, you then decapitated him.
With authority.
Ira is just like, alright, that's kind of cool. What about you, Dan? Is that right, Dan?
That's about it.
So, same as Miss Lamar's story?
Yes, they had a lovely sandwich while we murdered this asshole.
Speaking of which, Lauren, you still have the order bag in your hand.
Oh yeah, where's my Cuban, for real?
I disperse.
You disperse the sandwiches.
And once that bag is empty, I put Scully in it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Did she just take her helmet?
Yeah, dog would pops into your head for just a moment. And by the way, Lyra, you can now hear this slightly gruff voice in your head. It's from Dog, and Dog is now able to speak with you.
Okay.
So,
Oh, sweet.
I'm sorry, dude, but the filter of the bunny on your face is making it hard to understand what you're saying.
I
It
literally
covers
just
your
sent
lips.
him a message that said that was super distracting.
Basically what he said was...
And it's covering your mouth.
Basically what he said was you can hear a gruff voice in your head now from Dog. Like, you two can speak telepathically now.
And just pauses. Kind of glances down at the corgi. Noted.
Sorry, Corgi.
And so the
It's a
corgi
big corgi.
is a big old dog. So the what was I saying?
Big
Oh
old
yeah,
dog.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
skull into a bag,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we all
So-
hear Dog's voice in our
Dog,
heads.
yeah, yeah. And so dog was like, you realize you just took something away from him that was helping him.
I took the skull away from him because he was mistreating and abusing it.
Only when the skull
It's a
talked.
sentient creature.
It is undead thing.
Yeah, but he's pretty cool.
It is still
It's
undead.
sentient.
I do not trust.
Alright. Ira kind of pipes up now and it's just like, closes notepad, puts it away, and it's just like, alright, I think that's everything, and he freezes. He freezes, and Dog, Ren, Munin, and Dog, Lauren, Munin, and Dan all vanish from view.
Shit.
Everyone else in the apartment is gone.
What?
Yep. Cool.
Suddenly, thunder crackles in the distance.
That wasn't me.
Lightning strikes,
That also wasn't me.
and
Lightning would strike first, and then the thunder. Just.
however order it goes, it's loud as hell, and let's see, Lutza, Sova, Urk, Scully, Dan, and Lyra are all standing in this apartment, everyone else having just disappeared.
Hey,
Say that again. Say again. Who all is in the apartment?
Urk, Scully, John, Lutza, and Sova,
And Letta.
and Lyra.
but not.
So then Scully's not there.
No, Scully is there. He
but
just
Dog
plopped
is
onto the
not.
ground after
How?
after Lauren disappeared, staticked out of view. The bag went with her, and Scully is just flopped onto the floor
Fell to
now.
floor.
Basically, what just
So-
happened is everybody who was involved in the fight last session has just been.
Or
Bamfed.
those who were not got poofed away.
Okay. Shit. Yep.
You were all still standing in the apartment. It seems untouched.
Ren
we
had
vanished from
something
them
that
and
she
they-
wanted to bring out.
Lauren, yes. What is it?
Bye-bye.
Oh, bye. I'll
Oh,
see you later. I
bye.
hope. Shit.
Because I disappeared. I was saying bye.
Well,
Oh,
from
no.
your perspective, we disappeared, and from our perspective, you disappeared.
No, that's not how it went down.
Okay.
Okay. How'd it go down then?
We are still in room we were in.
I'll save
They
that
went
first.
away.
I'll save that for a surprise. For now, everyone who is still standing in the apartment alone, yeah, so everyone except Dog, Lauren, Munin, and Dan has been left in this apartment alone. Everyone else, all the flyers, Ira, and even the other party members have all staticked out of view. They are no longer in the apartment.
Well, this ain't normal.
The Urk goes and gets Scully, jams him back on his head, and then Urk goes and he finds a corner, sits in the corner, and just makes himself little and watches.
Alright,
let me, no,
alright.
let me see if this works. Let's see, you may be better at this. Yeah, you'll definitely be better at this. I'll send it to you, hold on. I'm shitting bricks right now. I'm like really messed up. I'm sorry.
I see that we are already off to a good start. Because it is the Halloween episode.
Yeah?
Perhaps.
I mean,
So, sure.
Alright, what are you doing?
Handle animal. On Urk.
Handle animal on Urk.
And basically just trying to reassure him, it is okay, small green brother. I will make sure that you are okay.
Roll handle animal and I guess add your charisma.
well, she's gonna have a handle animal score. Hey, coin that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
right, detective coins.
Coin that. Oh yeah, can I take? Yeah, give me a coin. I don't have a hero coin. Give me. I
Detective
have
coin.
two. I need the third one because I used the shit out of them. Thank you.
For anyone, so basically what we do is we have these little coins. You can use them to redo rolls.
Wow.
Are you adding your handle, animal, and charisma?
The
Is it still shite?
13.
Urk, would that calm Urk down? Would that, like, reassure him?
And again, what she said was, it will be okay, small green brother. I make sure nothing happens to you.
He would definitely be a little calmer, but I mean, I don't. I think that it would work somewhat to calm him down. He wouldn't be quite as nervous.
Alright, Urk is his shoulders, which were previously incredibly tense, are now a little more relaxed. Scully is planted firmly upon his head, and he kind of readjusts it so he's not uncomfortable on him. And you all are still standing in the apartment.
Is the body of Catface still here?
Roll perception.
Can I do it as investigation?
Go for it.
Baller.
Even though I know
It's a 20 on investigation. Dirty 20.
Alright.
Did you just beat me on investigation?
32.
Get the. Alright.
It was perception.
As investigation.
Yeah, but she uses
Just
perception.
perception.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
You beat me.
It was an 18 on the pips.
Dan, both of you immediately noticed that Catface
I'm
is...
the other halfling. That's racist. You can't even tell us apart.
I'm sorry, okay? I get the names confused sometimes.
Eddie wasn't there.
Dan's not there, but he called me Dan. because
I'm
he's
sorry.
racist and
John,
can't tell
what's
halflings
up?
apart.
Enough!
Sorry.
John, what's up? Immediately, you both notice that the blood is still there, but the body is not.
Of course it is. Shit.
Mr. Wizard, make blood go away.
Yeah? Alright, I will prestidigitate. I will prestidigitation to remove all the blood. My eyes will glow that watery blue, and
Yeah,
funnels of water will come up and clear all the blood from the carpet and off of us. I would like to prestidigitation the blood away.
as the magic flows through you to your palm to your finger actually, for that small little wave of water for prestidigitation, One sec. It feels a little weird going through you. Don't get me wrong, the spell works completely fine as per normal, but it just feels a little off.
We have.
Something's.
I have an idea, but I don't know if Lutza is smart enough for the idea.
You can roll wisdom.
Sure.
Wisdom! Hey, wisdom, I'm good.
Roll wisdom then to see if Lutza gets the same idea as you.
I got an
Wow,
18
yeah,
on the pip, yeah, so 22.
Yeah, she got the idea.
We are affected by the blood.
Well. Okay, that's why you wanted me to make it go away. Real quick, can somebody do closed caption for Alasia?
Hmm.
She's having trouble keeping up with the chaos. Well, the blood's
Patrick is a
gone.
pretty unicorn.
Yeah.
And no one else has returned. You are all still alone in the apartment.
Are there any, like, rags or random fabric that's not entirely too coated in the black blood or excessively filthy?
There
Well, I
are
just
towels in the
prestidigitation
bath.
all that blood out of here, so
There
it should be
is
good.
some carpet that was not touched by the black blood. There are also towels in the bathroom that were not affected.
I go grab towel and do extra scrub on skin where it
Careful,
was.
Don't get too far away. Don't get too far away. We
The-
need to.
The apartment's not that big.
Yeah, no, I said what I said.
You keep scrubbing and scrubbing, and nothing seems to be happening.
Thought was maybe residue.
Yeah, maybe the prestidigitation is taking care of that, though.
If it's actually real, we could be in our own heads.
I can do something to try and check.
Hey, go for it, new kid. Let's see. Earn your keep, as if you already hadn't, because you decapitated that asshole. Well done. Again.
Ew, you decapitated an asshole?
Wow.
That's
I'm
weird.
going
Art can't
to
talk.
Cast detect magic.
Okay.
See if there's anything magical.
Hey,
You
kid.
cast.
Also, be careful casting spells because they're a little wonky in here. I don't know what's happening.
As you cast detect magic, it goes through you. It feels normal going through you. You cast it, and you don't get a lot of pings. However, you get some pings from magical items, or maybe some kind of magical residue. Like, John, you get a couple of pings from John because he just cast prestidigitation and he has a magical item on him.
So, round one of detect magic, or the first round, is presence or absence of magical auras. So just magical things.
You do not get any sense of other magical auras or any other sort of thing other than the residue from John's prestidigitation and his magical item.
Nothing?
And I would share that with some people.
Oh, yeah, totally.
As a player, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Good. Then that means you're caught up.
What? Wow, dick move. I like
In
it.
terms of what is being said.
Oh, we're trying to get a closed caption going for you. Hang on.
Sorry.
I can do it.
Thank you.
For folks who are watching these videos and being confused about the frustration, I'm hearing in both ears at my lip reading. So I have to kind of rely on closed captions to keep up.
Again, that flash of lightning and the sound of thunder happens again in the distance. The blinds flap in the wind. There are blinds on the outsides of the windows that are flapping and smacking against the windows from how hard it's raining right now.
I don't know what to do.
Another idea.
Okay, I'm listening.
They might still be here, but our brains are being like we took bad mushrooms from the blood. So
Maybe.
nothing physically in the real world has changed, but we don't know that.
Is our telepathic link intact? Can we talk to Dog?
You
and
do not.
Everybody else through Dog.
You do not hear Dog.
Dog, in both
Right.
out loud and in brain. Dog, are you anywhere?
Dog
Where are
hears
you, dog?
nothing. For either of you.
That's why the goblin's flipping shit.
There's a knock.
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
There's a knock at the apartment door. That is all.
Stomp over, yank door open.
You yank the door open, and there's nothing there. It is a void.
Wait, like, it's not the hallway, it's just nothing?
It is nothing, but there does seem to be light emanating from beneath you. From inside of whatever kind of void you're in.
Okay, so get down on hands and knees, Silva, out the hood.
So
And then I hands and knees, then on belly and stick head outdoor and look down under.
Sova flies out of your hood into this void.
No!
Oh.
Onto floor!
Oh.
Not into the void, thank you.
No, it's not like it's eternal blackness. It's just Sova hops onto the floor as you both look down, and you see the street. You see it's bright. It's like it's full day outside when it was just evening.
Bright daylight street on underside.
And the room is becoming like transparent, we can see through it.
No.
I'm laying on my belly with my head sticking out the door, craned down, looking under
okay.
through the open door.
And Lutza's totally fine. Her body is not like her head's not like it's not like her head is just gone. She's still there. She's entirely present along with Sova.
I would like to, if you'll allow it, I would like to roll knowledge religion with the understanding that I'm starting to suspect that I have been either here or somewhere very similar to here before.
Roll knowledge religion and add your wisdom.
Oh, Lord.
What have you got?
Nat 20!
Son of a bitch.
John's dice continue.
John
I'm
immediately.
hoping to see if somebody could pick up closed caption, please.
When Lutza opens that door, you feel familiar air. You feel that kind of wind. It feels familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Although, you can't quite put your finger on it. It feels like a normal, bright, sunny day. I would also like to mention that the outside of the door is sunny. It's a nice warm day. There's barely a breeze.
However, we should be on the second floor, and that door goes directly to the street.
No.
The underside of,
No,
Under?
that is direct, like, it's...
if we were on the second floor,
You are.
the ceiling of the floor below us is the street level of the street, upside down.
No, the
Alicia has a
door
question.
leads directly...
Oh.
The door leads to the street in front of Ma and Pa's. Like, there's no roof or something. I would also like to mention that despite the area being outside the door being nice, sunny, barely a nice gentle breeze, there is still heavy thunder, rain, lightning coming from the windows.
Erg. You okay? Just nod. Nod or shake your head. Are you okay?
I got her.
Don't worry about the cat.
Yeah, just let her yell.
Yeah.
That's what she does. It's her jam.
Dirk doesn't respond.
Shit. The goblin's broken. Okay. John is going to I'm shitting bricks,
Gross.
but I got a pretty good idea what's happening here, and let's handle it the same way we always do. I'm just gonna yell into the void outside the door. Alright, enough fucking around. Who are you? What do you want? Where are we? Send us back. The whole rigmarole.
You yell that out into the void, and you get no verbal response, not even a physical one, but you do feel a familiar presence sort of land on your shoulder. There's nothing there, at least not visually, but there is a familiar presence on your shoulder. Not malicious. You can feel that. It's
You got... Any help here would be hot.
and you feel something. It feels almost like a human finger, and it just
Goes in your ear. And you
No.
Wet willy.
no. It's
Would you
The-
stop?
I'm just trying to break tension. I'm freaking out, okay? I'm in
it draws symbols like it's not. It's kind of like it's dragging its finger along your skin, and it only makes out
Weirdly
one
intimate.
word. There's no markings. Not your skin doesn't even move in the slightest, but it does make out one word: jump.
Alright.
You have face. What does face do?
Yeah, there's like a weird invisible presence that's telling me we're supposed to jump out that door.
Leap of faith?
That's what it sounds like to me. You
Back
wanna-
in, little girl.
Hold on. Hold your horses for a hot second here.
Alright, Lyra, you got a better idea?
I was gonna ask a question.
Go for it.
With my detect magic being concentration and lasting up to a minute, it says in duration concentration up to 1 minute / level and in parentheses D. I don't know what that means.
Oh, your detect magic is
Level
still going?
for day.
Yeah.
Her detect magic is still going. All right.
As
Lyra.
long as your
Yeah.
concentration is up.
When the door got opened, with the magic surge.
Yeah.
No, there was no magic surge from the door. However, after John said that there was some kind of invisible presence, you feel an overwhelming aura. It feels ancient. It feels powerful, but it feels weakened. It feels strong, ancient. And it's a lot.
Almost divine in nature, I would guess.
I would relay that with the rest of the group that is here with me.
So the situation we're in right now, we're not in the real world anymore. That's my guess.
We are dreaming?
We are in the dreamscape at this point.
We cut back
Fuck.
to the investigation scene. Everyone, Dog, Lauren, Munin, and Dan, Ira, and the rest of the investigative team all watch as the other members of the party fall to the floor and begin to snore.
Nope. Nope.
Yes,
Nope.
Elves immune to sleep magic.
this isn't magic. This isn't magic.
Oh.
Yes!
Hold on. Hold your horses.
They're immune to all spell-like effects, all sleep things. They can't be
Magic.
put...
I
will tell you. Hold on, as Patrick, I will in fact tell you.
I know, elves are...
No, you wait. I will tell you this. There's one thing that trumps the rule book, and that's the GM.
And
No
I
matter
think
what.
that's where we're at right now. I think this is divine magic that
And-
maybe that.
And Alacia, it could be that that Lyra is not asleep and snoring, but has been thrown into a waking dream.
Like
eyes glazed over. Just
Yeah.
mind in the dream world.
I don't think
Whether
we're-
she's asleep or awake.
I think for us, like for us mortals, we got dropped into sleep, but we didn't get hit with a sleep spell. We got teleported into a different place. It wasn't a sleep spell. It was a teleportation type
That's a
spell.
whole another matter.
Yeah, I think it was more of a teleportation than a sleep. So
Well,
that's
It's
actually
not
a
a
valid.
sleep spell.
It's not. So that's a valid point. We would drop to the ground asleep as mortals, but as elf kind, Lyra would just
Eyes glaze over.
eyes glazed go into a coma type thing.
So-
her consciousness
Trance.
has been removed from her body, but she's not asleep.
Dog, Lauren,
Dog is freaking out.
Dog, Lauren, Munin, and Dan, Urk and Scully are both fast asleep on your back, Dog. Dan's currently asleep on the floor.
Scully's in a bag that.
I'm
Lauren
sorry,
has.
John is asleep. Yeah. Scully
Just throw
is
it out.
fast asleep in the bag. John's chin on the floor, kind
Drooling.
drooling.
It out of the chin.
Lutza, almost fell on Sova, but then almost out of instinct rolled over. So she's kind of like flat on her chest. Yeah. So, and Ira's just like, what the hell's just happened?
Well, it appears they went to sleep.
In the middle of an investigation? That's not John.
Detect magic.
Lauren, you do not get any pings from, like, of course you got your typical magical item pings and your magical auras and all that, but you don't get any pings from them or anything else. I would also like
Is
to
there
mention.
a way that we can make Jason not visible?
What? No, you just pay attention to what you're doing.
You're
we're
being
sle-
a menace.
we're sleeping.
I should also mention that everyone who was in the battle with Catface is still covered in the black blood, and his body is still there.
Okay.
That's rude.
I would like to cast Share Senses, but I need somebody at the house to pull my card
Okay.
and read it.
So who are you sharing senses with?
Hold on, I gotta read the card first.
All right.
Babe, you can use that
Is that a
D20.
spell?
You can use that D20 site, and it'll
Okay.
Oh, okay.
have that too. Jason's looking for your spell as we speak.
Have you looked in the box of doom?
Maybe it's in Lyra's Lauren's character stuff.
You were so bad with names.
It's just a today thing, okay? So,
That's why I keep saying Ren. You guys keep changing it back.
I'm sorry.
Stop doing that. I'm trying to make it easier for y'all.
He's looking it up in the book now.
Share senses.
Yes.
Third. Hold on. Almost there.
Since I am asleep, I'm going to go to the little orc's room.
They don't have those when you're asleep.
Shit, it's not in the book. Okay.
It's not going to be in the core. It's going to be in the advanced APG.
Yeah. Can someone who's on D20 site pull that up?
Yes, I'm on it.
I'm trying, but my
I'm
phone won't do
trying, but
anything.
there it is.
All right.
Let's see.
It's a level 3.
All right.
Marking your spell slot now.
Perceived the world around your familiar. Okay, so can I... This is weird.
All right.
Sova asleep or awake?
Sova is asleep with Luxa.
Okay. What I want to do, and this is going to be, I want to,
You want to try to share your senses with Sova.
no. What I want to do is I want to try and manipulate the spell in such a way that I can cast it on Dog. Dog can share senses with Urk.
Okay.
I like that.
So
You-
how I'm going to have this.
on Earth.
So how I'm gonna do this is because you have actually specified how you're trying to do this. I'm going to have, if you share this plan with Dog, and if you roll high enough, you will be able to do this. However, I am going to have to ask that you roll plus your intelligence.
You have to pick a DC though. Do you
I
a
have
DC in
one.
your head? Okay.
No, he's got it.
Corinne, would you please?
What did I do?
Can you please roll a d20 for me?
Oh, sure. 12 on the pips.
So that's a 12 plus 3, so that's a 15.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, you beat the DC. Dog, you and Lauren begin to sort of feel a connection. You're sort of feeling what.
I'm trying to like pet his head to like calm him down.
Hmm.
But also at the same time, I'm like, just concentrate on Urk.
Okay.
What's happening to Urk?
Dog, I want you. So you're trying to concentrate on Urk, correct?
Right, dog would
Roll
be,
concentration.
Dog would be doing things like nuzzling and licking Erk's face and
Roll
things like
concentration with
that. What is
advantage then.
concentration? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Basically, what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you, you roll into d20 and then add,
Was a roll a d20 with advantage.
roll a d20 with advantage and add your handle animal.
Okay.
And if not that, then pure wisdom.
Okay. I know, doggo.
I'm sorry, this is so.
I know.
It's a good idea, though.
Lauren, Ren, and Celine would get along well.
Convenient since they are played by same person.
18.
18! Congrats, you beat that DC!
So is Dog able to reach Urk and kind of see what Urk sees?
Dog, it's hazy at first, but you finally get a clear vision of what Urk sees. You see that familiar vision of through Scully, and you kind of see the apartment. You see that it's empty, but you see that everything is the same except the black blood is gone. Papa Lawyer's body is gone. And everyone who fell asleep in the room is now wide awake and moving around and about. You hear that thunder and lightning from the windows, the blinds flapping, but you feel that gentle breeze from the door. You feel that warmth from the sun.
Dog relays that information to the rest of the group via the telepathic link that they have.
Alright. Lauren, you actually kind of get a glimpse of this too. Oh God.
What are you guys doing?
You should look in the Shady Shite Skype chat. I was
A pruriently amusing typo.
Ooh. That's how motherfuckers get nicknames right there.
I haven't even seen it.
It's because it's in the Shady Shite and you'll never see it.
Okay.
He was trying to type something, so dog relays the info. There was a very unfortunately placed in, and so it was dong relays info, and now we're all broken. Okay.
Because we're all 12.
Yes. Anyways, Lauren, you get.
Would like to make it clear that I was the only one that didn't laugh.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure I wasn't laughing.
I wasn't.
Well, that's
That's
because
because you
weren't
didn't
even
see it.
on the check. Alright. Everything's scary and weird.
Alright. So, yeah, Dog, you basically get... Dog, Lauren, you both get the sight, the feelings, the vision, all that jazz from Urk. And, Dog relays it via telepathy. And Ira kind of walks over and is like, hey, did y'all manage to figure out what's going on?
Do we think we know what's happening?
You can roll knowledge. You can roll knowledge arcana if you want, but that's a stupid IDC.
Well, we appreciate the transparency.
Oh. I don't know.
Alright.
I can tell you that it appears they're in some sort of alternate consciousness. It looks like dreams, but Ira's a half elf. That I
Ira
think we're under attack.
Ira kind of is just, he kind of looks around for a second, and eventually he ends up kneeling down beside John and just says, and his eyes kind of glow a little as he starts doing some magic stuff, and he just says, "No, there doesn't seem to be any sort of magical attack, physical attack, anything. Looks like he just kind of slumped over."
And while Lyra is in this state, Noonan is doing a heckin' worry and perching on his person's knee and just calling her. Like, hey, where are you? Come back!
Dan, do you have any kind of insight, input into this, or are you just hanging out?
I'm just seeing that everyone fell asleep, and I don't have any magic to help with this, because I'm not magic. I can't really do anything.
How,
I mean, I can shoot a gun. Doesn't really help when everyone's
real
under
quick,
attack.
I know I'm not there because I'm asleep, but Dan, this same shit happened to you earlier.
Yeah, and I didn't know how to deal with it then.
Alright, that's
I'm
fair.
not equipped with tools to do anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because
You're
I'm
right,
a
you're right.
commercial fighter and a smooth talker. When it's magical maladies, not me.
But it looks familiar to you, so you could share that with us, like what it felt like.
I was asleep. I was having a dream.
Describe what the dream was like.
Well, I was on my boat, and I was on the open waters. Best place to be during the summer. And it just so happened. And then a giant thing came out of the sky and put a horrible tattoo on my chest.
That has since healed.
Carved it.
And I'm pretty sure that got transferred to John anyway.
Yeah, but still.
It did.
It healed so fast that there's not even any scarring left. So.
Shame.
With that, we're gonna back to the empty apartment. Cut back to the empty apartment, as you all are discussing.
I think Lyra had an idea. Like, my idea is to jump. Because that's what Sky Daddy told me.
No, I was just asking. My idea was me asking if the detect magic spell
Did
sensed
any?
anything
Yeah.
else
Okay.
before
Okay.
that,
Do
when you brought up that you got a familiar sense and that there's somebody that we can't see in the same space as you,
sure.
telling you to tell us to jump. That was when I felt the overwhelming sense, and I would have shared that information. Blah. Unless you exceed now.
Sure. Do we sense any change in Erk's demeanor during this time frame?
Yeah, that would be a question. Would Urk sense that he has a connection with Dog, or
Sure.
Urk kind of gets that familiar feeling of Dog watching through his eyes, feeling his feelings and all that.
Urk would at that point calm down, like immediately feel more like this is the normal way, and he would sort of start looking around and and stand up and start to, take in, so that dog, because that's their routine is sorry. So that's their routine, is that Irk would be the eyes and Dog would be the brains, and he would see, and then Dog would sort of parse and figure out. So Irk starts to now be eyes on a swivel. So
Well, I don't feel like we would even have to roll for that. That's a noticeable change.
Yes, yes, it is.
We're gonna notice.
No, you do not have to roll for that. You immediately notice Urk's demeanor change. Start looking and smelling around.
Well, Orc is back to work.
They must be doing something on the other side then.
So, do we do the leap of faith, or do we just sit here and twiddle thumbs?
Honestly, I'm adrift here. I'm not really sure what to do.
Lyra, what do you think?
I barely know any of you. This is my first job, and I don't know what to do.
This is not my first job, kid, and I don't know what to do either. This is a weird ass situation.
Lutza gets up, walks over, picks Lyra up in a, not quite bear hug, but near enough. It will be okay. You are not alone.
John, that presence on your shoulder starts signing again. He draws near.
Hang on, ladies. Near?
Near. He draws near.
Okay, but when you say he draws near,
The word
to clarify,
near.
do you mean writes the word near, or draws near as in comes closer?
No, he just
No,
wrote the
he
word
signs. He draws near.
near. He's writing words
Oh.
on the skin of my neck with his little finger right now, which is fucking creepy, by the way, first off. So let's get that out of the way.
You feel a middle finger on your chest.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Hey, ladies, we are quickly running out of options. We're gonna have to go. If we don't go now, I got a sneaky suspicion we're gonna have a much larger problem on our hands.
That lightning crashes again,
Son
and
of
you.
a bitch! You two, out the door.
There is
Let's
a-
go.
I grab Irk and
Get the goblin. Good thinking. Yeah, let's
You-
go out. I'll
Pause.
if you allow.
What?
Pause. Dog would hear all of this.
He hears and sees all of
So
this.
he would relay that quickly through not words but images, as far as exactly what he's basically relaying to.
He's
Dan.
live streaming it.
Yeah.
Right.
He's live streaming it to his
The
telepathy.
dog right now.
Woo! Live streaming!
Yay! Everybody.
How very
so,
meta.
So he's basically live streaming it to
And
Rin and Dan.
that
Exactly what's
Because
And
we have a
Munin.
telepathic link.
there is a
And
huge.
Munin, I thought- oh, and Munin, yeah.
And Munin now.
That lightning flash has a huge hulking shadow in it now. It is massive.
Dog responds with go, and so
I don't know if we can hear him.
The people, the ones in the weird.
I think it was Dog telling Irk to
Go.
go.
So he won't
Resist me grabbing him
That's right.
and jumping
Yeah,
out the door.
Out the door. We're all
Irk-
out the door.
Irk
Then.
does
Fuck it, let's
upsies.
Irk does. Let's see, you grab Irk as you sling Lyra over your shoulder, and John and you both jump out of this
I'm
room.
taking the rear. You take them.
yeah, you're
I'll
taking
be-
the rear.
Let's you
motherfucker.
jump
Yes,
out
sir.
of the
I'll
you
be
jump
right.
out of the room.
Uh,
You jump out of the room with John closely behind you. John, you spin around in the air as you see this giant bone claw smash through the wall and the door slam shut and disappear behind you. And Lutza, John, you both hit the ground, and it doesn't hurt. You jump from a second story. It does not hurt. And I want everyone in the party who is asleep in the real world to roll perception now.
Is it perception or is it investigation?
Perception. Don't worry, it's a pretty
So
easy DC.
perception roll?
Perception.
Perception.
22.
I was just making sure to clarify.
21.
Alright, that's good.
Even with perception, it's still 21. I rolled okay
Yeah.
for once.
Urk rolled dick.
He
Is
doesn't.
that actually a pimp on the die? That'd be funny. And Matt.
Matt
We-
won his dick.
Ah, mom's getting internet troubles again. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
My perception was grand total of 30. I got a 15 out of 15.
Booyah.
15 modifier.
Laura,
Alright.
Lyra, John, Lutza, you all immediately notice that you all look different. John, your clothes, your skin, you're now black and white. Lutza, you kind of look like... Lutza, you look sort of like a... I guess you could say you kind of look like a stained glass version of yourself. However, you feel normal. And your skin feels normal. Like you... Lyra, you notice that, you know, Urk in Lutz's arms now kind of looks like a doodle. And you look like
A what?
a doodle.
A little sketch drawing.
And you yourself look like, how I guess you could say, you have some your shadows are exaggerated, your colors are a bit brighter. And
The way I put it in the closed captioning was that she has a really high contrast.
sort of like in those new comic book things, exaggerated shadows, brightened colors.
Cell shading almost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you jackasses not like my cookies?
Your cookies are awesome. I've had two.
Well, you had 1.5.
And plus my
No, I think I've only had half.
my tooth hurts. My teeth hurt, so I haven't been eating them.
I'm gonna be getting ice.
Okay.
Apologize.
All right, so time out for everybody real quick. Ice is being gotten.
And a cookie.
You know what? I'm gonna get one. Sure.
Wake me up before you go.
Thought you were going inside. Like, wake me up inside.
Wait. Oh, I could have done that one too. Well, I'm old, so I thought about Wham before I thought about Evanescence.
Oh, yeah.
And now I have both playing in my head at the same time. They do
Can you
not.
make a mashup of it like Anna Kendrick?
Urk doesn't notice.
Make it a cappella.
Alright, so continuing where we left off.
Okay.
Urk doesn't notice any of this because he's kind of just swinging his feet as he's just kind of hanging there and lifts his arm.
Not what I thought you were gonna say, but okay.
Can someone put the descriptions in CC, please? 'Cause
Sorry, I walked away. My bad.
Could you repeat?
Lyra has brightened colors. Her shadows are exaggerated.
Wait, I did that already.
You look
Yeah.
like stained glass.
It's in the chat.
I did that already.
Wait, is she even in the
Shady
chat?
shite.
Oh my god, is Lyra not in our shady chat?
Oh, crap.
Should be.
Balls.
Can you guys just invite her?
Hang on.
Technical difficulties.
One moment, please.
Michael?
Just a
Well,
moment, please.
No, she is in there.
While we're stalled for a second, please repeat the thing that we always say.
We are
We
not
are not
professionals.
professionals.
Thank you.
I can write it in Zoom
Lyra
chat.
is in the shady chat.
Yeah.
Ah,
You're muted, Lyra.
Oh my God.
We can't hear you anyway.
It's because I was moving, wasn't actually muted.
Oh.
She tricked
We
you,
added
bruh.
you to the Shady
Rick.
Shite Noir chat, so you should be able to see what we described everyone as.
I love my irks. My irks are good.
I don't understand the unicorn thing though. What's that about? I mean, it's better than the bunny.
I don't know, I just wanted something different. But they didn't cover my mouth. So I settled on unicorn. I mean, who doesn't want to be a unicorn?
Where are we and what's broken right now? Besides reality and everything.
Hold on.
What are we doing? Someone please
A
wake
moment,
me
Jason.
up before I get murdered.
Jason,
What?
stop.
Okay, I'm freaking out a little bit. It's okay. It's fine.
You're awful. You're the worst.
That's just rude.
There.
What the
In the Zoomy.
Geese.
Dude, my whole shit changed. What the fuck? Okay. I'm good.
So, you all hit the ground. You all look different. You don't feel any pain, considering you just jumped from a second story apartment.
You didn't have to roll acrobatics for it, by the way.
No. And you all are now standing in the street of Mom and Pa's bakery, but the sign looks... There's no words on the sign.
It's just like.
It's neon, but it's blank.
I'm going to tell you something
Tap.
real quick, Lyra. I'm going to tell both of you something real quick, and if you ever repeat it, I will murder both of you. Ren's not here, Dan's not here, and I have no idea what we need to do right now.
Keep going.
Where?
Can't understand what you're saying, dude.
yeah, you're way too quiet now.
What I had done said was, if you ever repeat this, I will murder you. However, without Ren or Dan here, I'm not real sure what to do in this situation. I'm on an island.
Sova,
let's
see if you see anything interesting.
Sova flies out of your hood. She kind of goes around the block. And she lands in your hood again and just looks confused as hell. Like, I know owls don't visibly show confusion, but she is very confused.
So we walk until something happens.
So, Turban,
Sure. Go to Mama and Papa's tavern.
you got an option
So-
as any.
What has happened is that Irk has relayed John's statement of idiocy
Oh, you
to
fucking asshole! God damn it!
to everyone, to Ren and Dan.
Son of a bitch. Fine.
Dog was live streaming all of that in
I
your
didn't
head.
know that.
We literally talked about it.
I,
I
John
look at
Quicksilver.
Dan in our.
I, John Quicksilver,
Dan
didn't
and
know
Bill.
that and still don't know this happened.
What did you say, Lauren?
Sorry.
I already knew that.
I expected no less.
Mm.
I knew he'd be lost without us.
John,
Why do you think he sticks around me all the time?
I know.
John, you feel something like kind of start gently pulling on your shirt, and looks like you notice his shirt is being pulled, like physically pulled, like gently in a direction.
John, your shirt is moving.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Follow your shirt.
Well, whatever it was has
Follow
a little
your
bit more
shirt.
influence than it had before. So, what direction
So
is...
move your happy big feet.
Okay, I'll leave. Calm down. What direction are we going?
It is leading
we-
you.
Pause. Well, Alicia's been typing for a moment, and I want to see what she has to say.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just having a lot of trouble hearing us, so it's hard to keep up.
I'm sorry, baby doll.
I'm trying to relay in the chat, but I'm not very good at it, so I'm sorry too.
And Melissa isn't here, and she's normally our closed captioner.
Yeah.
What direction is...
It is pulling you to the Hada.
Okay.
You all begin making.
Alright, this way, ladies.
You all begin making your way through alleys, sidewalks, roads, and are heading to this 300-foot stone tower in the middle of Hadahili. This is the Hada. It is the abandoned tower of the goddess of water. You did encounter people along the way, but their faces were blurry. You couldn't recognize them no matter how hard you squinted. There are people, but you can't interact with them. You seem to just be ghosts to them. So, you get to the Hada.
No. Before we get there, I would like to stop just a little bit short and look at Lutza and Lyra and tell both of them, I really don't want to do this, but I don't think we have a choice right now. Just throwing out some concerns.
Understandable, but there are things that you have not accepted that you probably should be accepting. Looks
just-
significantly at your tie tack.
Let's just get this over with, okay?
You all
And I'll lead the way into the Hana.
make your way to the Hada. And you notice that after the incident with Mix, it took a little bit, but the Hada doors were repaired fully. But when you get to the Hada doors, they're scratched, scarred, burned, electrocuted. There's still a bit of electricity emanating from the door. It looks frozen over in some places. There are bumps, there are dents. It looks like whatever tried to get in threw everything at it, but couldn't. And the doors just gently open to that familiar sweet water all throughout the tower.
Your realm awaits. You took the giant fork from the mermaid.
Yeah, I know.
You took the giant fork from the mermaid. You get the water tower.
What do you think? You're with us, and you have the connection.
Herc is my favorite. I love Herc. He has nothing to say.
Urk, he is on Lutz's back, and so what he does is he grabs her hair and starts.
Oh, he's
Like reins. He's
Yeah.
trying to make her go forward. All right, Lyra, you're new to all of this.
Wait, what did you? She didn't catch what you said before Lutza said you should accept.
I said that I really didn't want to go into the Hada because she doesn't know what happened before.
Mm-mm.
That's why I specified
she
in
is-
season 1.
She is totally out of the loop on this, both in character and as a player. So,
Are you all heading into the
no, before we go into the Hada, let's... Okay. Lyra, John will take his hat off and hold it in his hands. Lyra, you're in this now. You're part of this group. And it looks like you're going to end up having a trial by fire.
Or
which,
water.
for me to say, is kind of funny. You know that asshole that we locked up in the dungeon that came into the casino? Mix? You remember him?
The one, the
Flyers.
yeah, okay, yeah. What about it?
So, that's his infernal side. He was previously linked to a celestial side, and they were...
Crazy magician smushed two beings together. The demon wanted to destroy the
the whole city and damn near succeeded.
celestial wanted to save it. It was
Which
big
is the
whole
reason
mess.
we won, and then the power of water showed up and helped us out, and then she went away, and
Gave John giant fork and then went away.
her trident, her instrument of power, came to me. I still have it. It's, and John will reach down and okay. John's gonna reach down and pull the tie tack off and spin it out, and it becomes the giant trident of water.
Mm.
So I got this fucking thing.
I gotta know. When you said trial by fire or water,
Alright,
the movie
the long and
gets
short
a
of it,
confused expression on her face. Because my wild shape that bumped up, I can now transform into a fire elemental or a water elemental to literally pass it through the same element.
well, you know, that's kind of a neat trick, and that's really the only thing I've learned how to do with this trident so far, is I can turn into a water elemental, which you guys haven't seen yet, but that it's a thing I can do. Effectively, what happened is I took over as the god of water, and I don't really want to be that guy, and I don't really know how to be that guy, and this
Too
is
bad.
like
Learn.
Fuck, alright. So, that's where we're at right now. I'm not comfortable with it.
Let us breathe water.
Well,
Can I do that?
the Hada automatically gives you all infinite air bubbles as you enter.
Well, I forgot that.
Cool.
You as a
You
power
can breathe water. Let's go. I'm going to take back a little bit of an illusion of control, and yes, you can breathe water now. Let's go into the Hada. Wow.
As you all enter the Hada and begin,
which I am now wielding trident.
you are now wielding the trident, and as you all enter the Hada, the doors close quickly behind you. Not slam, close. And a familiar shadow creature has the door closed and just says, "We are safe here. I'm very sorry for the sudden interruption, but we are safe here from his presence."
And who are we
Do
talking
the rest
to?
of us see the shadow thing?
Yes, you all hear and see him. You
Do-
immediately recognize this voice and this creature as the god of dreams, the form he takes on in this realm.
What's up, fuckstick? Good to see you again.
Fuck you too, John.
What and who are you?
I am the god of dreams, or at least that's what I was until me and Mora split. But Mora is the god of nightmares. He is what is currently threatening Anulo.
Alright, look, here's the whole deal. I told you guys a little bit about this before, but we'll go through it again. The god of dreams had kind of a psychotic break. The god of dreams remained the god of dreams. The god of nightmares became a separate entity. And he's an even bigger asshole than this guy is. So he feeds on people's fear, and from what I can tell right now, all of these serial killers that have been a problem for us are feeding into that fear, feeding the god of nightmares additional power so that he can take over as the dominant force over dreams. Instead of people having dreams, they would have
The
nightmares.
serial killers were indirectly between the nightmares dude.
Yeah.
The god of dream,
Oh, thank you. I didn't set that there for you to do that, but I appreciate it.
Green, which is his nickname, pipes up and says, "See, Mora, the god of nightmares, has enlisted the help of these serial killers, these monsters, so that they can begin feeding him. He is pouring his power into
I need
these
somebody
monsters."
to relay what's going on because I missed a big chunk there. I apologize.
Okay.
Got it, or you want me to get it?
You know what you said better than I do.
I missed all of that. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay, I'll put it in chat for you, Lyra. Give me a sec. Go ahead, Michael. I'm sorry.
Green continues and says, basically, Mora is pouring his power into these serial killers, monsters, creating them special items that will allow them to continue on their work. Smacky's strings, the skull sword, the claw saw.
That claw saw was nasty business.
It was. That was gross.
Yes. However, despite that,
Is he weakening himself by expending all this power?
no. By pouring his power into these creatures, these monsters, serial killers, whatever, he is essentially creating more. He is essentially creating more power from himself. He is combining his powers with the ones he is pouring his power into. And now that you've taken to killing those influencers, he has found a way to bring you all here, his home realm. He infused Papa Lawyer with that black blood. And what that black blood did was,
I don't know.
what that black blood did was, it brought all of your souls to the dream realm. But use the
it's
elite.
a game of tell your joint into my home turf.
That sounds like fair description.
Yes.
Simple solution. Hit them from range. When
What
we
do you
get
mean?
back out.
What do you mean when you say hit them from range?
Get blood on you. It's me.
I think
Arrows,
I'm
range
done
magic.
right, but that doesn't help us
Or
get
range.
out of here right now.
No.
We need to wake up.
There's a problem
Yeah,
with that.
you do.
There is a very, very heavy problem with that.
Which is?
This black blood is special. Mora, as I'm sure you're all aware, is not a power, but an actual god. So, of course, he used his own blood to make this black blood. Or, I'm sorry, the more appropriate term would be Ichor.
Time.
What?
So, just to clarify, Irk is still live streaming.
Irk is still live streaming.
So everyone in the party knows what's going on. They hear this.
Yes, they hear and see all of this. In their minds, at the very least. And Green continues, he says, using his own Ichor to make this black blood, he has teleported you all here so that he can keep you from destroying his last influencer. With that doll still running around, he is essentially invincible.
Cool.
Immortal here.
How do we get back?
You will have to... it's hard to say this, but you will have to find a way. You will have to find a way into a location of your most comfort. From there, you will be able to teleport your souls back to your bodies. The ritual is quite simple. It's just basically falling asleep. However, there is a danger that...
We fall asleep in the dream realm and then go back when we're in the place where we're most comfortable.
No, you have to fall...
Happy place.
You have to fall asleep in the dream realm where you are most comfortable, happy. However, Mora knows of the spell and will be on your tails. If you'll excuse the expression, but he is angry. And he will
He's not the only one.
And I believe I have figured out his plan. If he were to expand his operation to the rest of Anulo, he would be able to cast a major ritual throughout all of Anulo. Even affecting this, it would be a massive sleep spell. Even affecting elves, maybe even Shelik. And if he were to bring all of them in the dream realm, not only would he be able to kill gods, he would be able to kill powers too. And none of them would be able to stop him. They would all die, and Mora would control Anulo. He would be a tyrant.
Okay. How do we kill him?
You have to kill the doll first.
That's a given, and probably won't be a problem.
Yes.
How do we kill him after the doll's gone?
You have to return to the dream realm.
After we've destroyed all the Horcruxes, how do we deal with this
After-
fucking asshole?
After you've killed the doll, you must all return to the dream realm.
Through the ritual that you gave us.
Through the lucid dream ritual I gave you, yes. However, he has been around much longer than you may think.
Okay.
He's been back much longer and knows what you're going to do, so he's most likely going to take on the forms. He's most likely going to use false heroes. The heroes of this world. He's going to use false versions of them. Maybe even taking on a form of one of them to try and kill you before you kill him. There does come a given with that. He gains that person's strength and weakness if he takes on one of their forms.
Fuck.
What?
So I might be having to fight a false version of my grandmother?
No. Hero. Like...
Of your grandmother,
Not
yes.
your personal hero,
No.
like a folklore hero.
Which would also, in this case, be your grandmother.
No. The modern heroes.
Which
Yeah.
would also, in this case, be her fucking grandmother. She's elf kind.
Oh, yes, then yes.
Hello, thanks for catching up.
I saw the ears, I didn't want to be racist. I saw the ears, I didn't want to assume. It's like...
Ooh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm glad we could have this moment of levity.
She keeps saying no, and she keeps reiterating no. And it's my grandmother.
No, she's right.
I didn't expect all Elfkind to be related. It's like...
Here's a fun fact. Lyra, I don't know if you knew this or not, but powers, most of the powers on Anulo, they're not omniscient. They don't know everything. They're, honestly, most of them, they're kind of stupid.
I mean...
Case in point. Hi.
Well, there are also actual gods. I mean, Chilla, Gaian, the whole deal.
They're primal.
They're primal.
They're primal powers, which effectively makes them gods. But whatever. Look,
Anyway.
how do we wake up? Can we wake up, please? Because this sucks, and I don't want to do it anymore. Okay?
Okay, what place in Hadahili makes you the happiest? What place in Anulo makes you feel the most comfortable, safe, happy?
Silk turban.
Silk turban. Lyra?
The local forest where I met my little feathery companion Yenin.
Are we doing this together? Will they be able...
You will be separated, unfortunately.
Okay.
I will wait until the rest of you are asleep comfortably.
Alright?
Mora
I
will...
can do this. Let him come. Fuck that guy.
Mora is very happy, but if you want, I can accompany you and try to protect you. However, I can't be in multiple places at once, so...
Go with them. I'll be fine by
Then we take
myself.
turns.
Alright,
I'll go by myself.
okay. I'm gonna open the...
Ooh, look at the edgy loner.
Shut up, Dan.
You weren't even here, Dan.
I'm making that color commentary as in character. That is
You
definitely
know,
a thing to
as
say.
player, you know more about... Nah, shut up. I'm going by myself.
Oh,
Nobody's coming with me.
Remember, Urk is broadcasting this?
Yeah,
We're
no, I'm
watching
still
the
going by
live
myself. I'm still going by
I am
myself. I don't want anybody,
commentating.
Alright,
I don't want anybody else coming with me. I don't want Green.
Okay.
I don't want Lutza. Love you.
Oh my God.
Love you like a sister, but I don't want you coming with me.
Alright,
Lyra, you're fucking awesome, but
I'm going to open the doors. Do we have a game plan? You are most safest in Hadas or Hodos in the Dream Realm. That's all I can say at the moment, but we have a game plan?
I guess for Lyra to go meditate in forest,
let's let Lyra go first.
Alright.
I will accompany you.
Green opens
I
the
will
door, and with that we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Okay.
Groovy.
Let's take 19 minutes and we'll come back at 5 o'clock. Does that sound okay to everybody?
Purple.
that's fine.
All right.
everyone, this is part 2 of episode 4, session 4 of Anulo Noir Chronicles. Last we left off, the God of Dreams had just opened the doors of the Hada to get everyone out of the dream realm, and we're back in the apartment with Lauren, Dan, you both are... Everyone else is still soundly asleep. The investigative team is currently wrapping up the crime scene. Iris in a chair, twiddling his thumbs. Lauren, your tab actually pings off, and it is from someone. It is from a new contact. And it says, "We think we found something at the dig site." Now, this is coming from your assistant in archaeological stuff going on beneath Hadahili. You have basically taken the charge of archaeology and are currently leading an archaeology team, and are mining beneath Hadahili, and your right-hand man has just sent you a text saying they believe they found something.
Okay.
Dr. Fahrenheit comes through the door and just says, I heard what was going on. I have a... I came as soon as I could. Tell me what happened and I'll see what I can do.
I relay what happened.
Alright, Dr. Fahrenheit pulls out a couple of blankets and lays everyone down. He's even got a tiny blanket for Sova. He lays them all out on blankets and is like, well, they seem to be fine, however their breathing and heart rate does seem to be slowed. Other than that, they seem to be completely fine. Other than poor little Eric's little slash over here.
Eric has a slash?
He was slashed by the claw saw during the encounter with Papa Lawyer. He was hit for 19 damage exactly, if I remember correctly.
I remember now.
Dr. Fahrenheit is doing some healing magic on Eric's slash and just says, and is talking to you throughout this. So, you're saying...
What do we see on... I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it's fine.
What do we see on the live streaming from Irk?
You currently see... Currently you see that... that the Dream Team... is currently talking with some kind of shadowy figure in what appears to be the Hada of Water.
Okay. I was just checking where we were on the timelines.
Yes. They are still talking with the God of Dreams currently at this moment.
Got it.
Dr. Fahrenheit, he gets up after healing Irk to the point that there's not even a scar left, and turns to the rest of you and says, I've done all I can for all of them. I tried everything I tried smelling salts, I tried water, I tried basically
We understand, Doctor. It's not normal.
No.
What's happening here is not normal.
I cleaned up that black blood stuff you were talking about, and I've sent a team over to the ME over in the nearby Flyers station. I think all we can do now is really wait until they're back. In the meantime, I can get this apartment a bit cleaner, just so that they have a better place to wake up in.
I don't think they'll mind.
Hmm. So, you look like you wanted to say something, Dan?
I'm staying here. I'm helping clean up.
Alright, Fahrenheit continues and says, you know, funnily enough, I do actually have a couple of different degrees. One of them actually being in archaeology, and word around the archaeology world is that you're currently leading a charge under Hatahili. Is that correct, Miss Lamar?
Out of game. Is this top secret? Like, am I allowed to tell?
Oh no, like you were perfectly allowed.
Okay.
It's made public news a couple of times kind of thing.
Secrets?
No. Anyways.
So yes, Doctor. In fact, we've had some interesting developments today. You should stop by the dig sometime. I'll give you a tour.
Oh, yes, completely. I also have reason to believe you found evidence that the Reapers are real. The Reapers are basically Anulo's version of Valkyries. But they also handle rogue gods and powers. Or at least...
Do I want him to know?
Oh, don't worry. This whole thing has been completely open. You're not keeping any of this secret.
Okay, alright.
The resurgence of the Reapers would mean a very positive influence on Anulo because rogue gods and powers would soon be stopped and forced to reincarnate.
Yeah, that's true. If it can be authenticated, we'll know soon enough.
Yes, I honestly, when I was much younger, I thought the Reapers were just stories, you know, things to tell your children to give them hope before bed. But now that I'm in the archaeology world, it's quite fascinating. I mean, but I do believe I have one thing that I don't believe the rest of the archaeology or even the rest of Anulo has. I have evidence that the Green Reaper had a weapon.
Green, you say?
Yes, each Reaper had their own color-coordinated cloak.
Okay.
Green was the leader and the god of dreams. Before and after the split.
And he had a weapon, you say?
Yes. As I'm sure you're aware, each Reaper had their own individual weapon. Blue with his book of spells and magical songs. Pink with her wand and magics and whatnot. Red with his brute strength and those giant hulking gauntlets. I had reason to believe Green also had a weapon.
That would make sense. What do you think it was?
Well, I have reason to believe that his first weapon, he had two. He had claws. He used metal-made claws. Retractable from some kind of magic gloves.
Did they make a sound that went snicked when he... Never mind.
No. But I have reason to believe that later, during his career as the Reaper, as the Green Reaper, he developed a second weapon, pouring both Echor and divine magic into this blade. He created a special scythe. I have reason to believe that this scythe could destroy a god and power soul, only used in extreme situations when they had to. It's a very...
And you think maybe they buried him with it? I'm like elbowing Dan.
It is...
I don't know.
Well,
Honestly, I don't know. If they did,
as
why
I'm
haven't they taken care of Shelley?
as I'm sure you're aware, the Reapers disappeared thousands of years ago, right after the Second Dawn, if you will. Now, I didn't know Papa Lawyer all that well, but judging from some records of him, he wasn't the brightest bulb in the box, if you will. If I had to guess, he believed that he had found the reincarnation of Green, although I have reason to believe that it wasn't him, that Green is somewhere else.
This side,
Yes, the scythe.
if it were real,
What?
where do you think that might be?
I imagine that the Reapers would have taken it with them, wherever they may have gone. It's a very, very dangerous weapon. It can destroy a god's
Yes.
soul.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the Sun Chase as much as the next guy, but that kid? Really?
No way.
No way. No. Green, although I have very much reason to believe Green has reincarnated again, not him.
Yeah, absolutely not. No, no way.
No.
I believe it was that minnow guy. That
The
prince, what's his face?
the prince? Really? Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely. Oh, he was fantastic.
You, as any other person, should know that that a power or god's reincarnation keeps all memories of their past lives. That
I
kid.
mean, I'm just saying, just from watching what very little I saw of the Sun Chase, that would have been my guess.
I mean, I ended up watching the Sun Chase with my kids. I took a bit of time off. It sucks that we didn't get to see the final battle, but the dramatic recreation was phenomenal.
Who would have ever thought that you could magically appear an entire airship in an arena? That's mad. That's mad skills.
I know, it's like...
Skills.
You guys are fucking dicks, by the way.
It's... don't get me wrong, I fully understand why Papa Lawyer would believe that kid was the reincarnation of Green, the green cloak going on, the whole being a hero thing, but...
Sure, he looks the part.
I mean, come on. From what I watched, that kid's too problematic to be Green.
Oh, absolutely. Agreed. Agreed.
But the prince? No, I don't think it's him either.
No?
If I had to guess, Green would have reincarnated as something incredibly powerful so that, you know, he could deal with gods, a more powerful race.
True.
Dan, what are you doing?
Well, there it is. He's sensing motive. Leave him alone. Just to throw it back real old school, he's sensing motive.
Yeah. What am I doing? What's going on?
They're messing with me. They are
You're in
messing
combat.
with me.
Roll initiative.
Oh, they are messing
Oh
with
my
me
God.
about
I'm
losing.
kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
know.
No, we're not. We're at least not intentionally on my part.
Okay.
Well, if we're in combat, we'll...
That...
Are we rolling initiative? Well, I'm not rolling initiative. I'm
No.
I sweep.
Dr. Varenheit continues and says, you know, I actually managed to get the entirety of the Sun Chase recorded.
Did you?
Yep, even that dramatic recreation at the end, it's like...
my God, you're grounded forever.
Gosh.
You motherfuckers.
I mainly recorded it so my kids could watch it at any time. It's a sentimental thing.
That's just lovely.
But after doing a bit more digging, I think I believe I've found photo evidence of the scythe.
Really? Do share.
And he pulls out a small journal that's labeled with a piece of tape with Sharpie written archaeology on it.
What's a Sharpie?
Pen, whatever.
Shut up, Jason. Come on.
And flipping through it for a second, he stops and pulls out a small.
God damn.
He pulls out a small Polaroid photo. It looks a bit dirty. It looks a bit older. Shut up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And he hands it to you. And what you see on the photo is a long, elegant blade. A green hilt with a red jewel embedded in it. And a perfect scythe. It's a scythe. A green and red scythe. Embedded within a stone.
It's Father Christmas.
It's slanted so that the blade is dug within the stone. Sort of like the sword in the stone, but it's a scythe. And
Got it.
the light is there are sun rays, there are light rays beaming elegantly within it. And there's even a blurred, and it's blurry, but you can see something red moving out of frame. It's blurry because it's in motion, and it seems to be a cloak. I didn't believe it myself at first. It looked too good to be real, but then I saw red, and I knew it was real. That moment you know it's authentic.
Where was this taken, Doctor? Where did you get this photo?
We did not take this photo. We found this photo within a very, very old leather-bound journal. We have reason to believe...
It's a cat.
It's a cat. Don't worry about it. We have reason to believe that this journal was blues.
Okay. Awesome. Have you made any progress on discovering where this stone might be?
We have reason to...
Are my friends waking up yet?
We have reason to believe that wherever this was taken, wherever this scythe is, it's with the other Reapers. It's somewhere here, in Hanahili.
Really? That's good to know. She starts kicking at John, like, wake up.
John, in the dream realm, you feel something kicking your arm.
I'm working on it, legs. Working on it.
And Lauren, you just hear, I'm working on it.
I'm mumbling in my sleep. Fantastic. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Also, out of character. You guys suck.
Alright, you get it.
Shut up!
No, leave me out of it.
Oh, got her that time.
Nice. Anyways, Dr.
For
Baron,
anyone watching at home, there's a cat that is deaf and yells a lot. And she's upstairs, and I throw foam dice at her. It's not going to hurt her. But it gets her to shut up.
Yes, it does.
So now
Anyways.
you know that's a thing.
Dr. Fahrenheit continues, and he just says,
Can I get banned on Twitch?
Anyways,
For animal abuse.
Dr. Fahrenheit continues and says, you know, I wanted to be on the dig team. I admit I sent in an application. I sent in an application via letter, and I never got a response. And honestly, it's fine. I'm not that much of a physical person. I'd probably be on the research team within the I'd be on the research part of the team. So I honestly, for a moment there, I almost mistook you, Miss Lamar, as the reincarnation of Pink, and then I kind of figured out later on that you weren't, so.
That's extremely flattering, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Which kicked John's arm.
John, you feel an extra hard kick.
Cool. I wake up and kill everyone.
No.
I don't know. I can't do anything. I'm stuck in the dreamscape right now. I'm
Nah.
fucked.
And
Basically. Not in a happy fun.
the doctor continues and he says, you know, the Reapers were, from the stories, a very lovely bunch, basically acting as a family of sorts. If I'm not mistaken, however, if we are able to find them and bring them back, they would definitely be a huge help against the fight against Mora, maybe Shellick. It's
Definitely.
I imagine they won't be able to, fully kill Shellick, even with the scythe. At the very least, I imagine they'd have to force him to reincarnate.
Either way, I think it's a win. Any idea about our friends here, Doctor? Should we be doing something?
If I had to guess, it's most likely all we can do is wait at the moment and hope they return from wherever they are in order to... if I had to guess, everyone here who was asleep, they were at least touched by that black blood stuff, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Drenched.
Then, and Lyra, Miss Lyra here, being drenched in it after decapitating the guy. I imagine that if this black blood were to pull people into the dream realm, then even for an elf, being drenched in that amount of black blood would pull even an elf within the dream realm. It's very powerful.
It's terrifying.
Has small pointy ears, half elf.
Elf kind.
Elf kind.
There's only one full elf on the planet.
And currently she's a Dawnbringer. Anyways.
Okay.
That...
As
Okay.
far as you know.
As far as
there's
we
only
know.
one full elf
Fair
on
enough.
the planet.
Anyways, Dr. Fahrenheit continues and he says, yeah, this black blood stuff, I imagine it pulled them all in the dream realm from an attempt from Mora. Most likely to get them on the home turf where he gets the advantage.
Yes.
But knowing...
Which is why we're desperate for them to wake up.
Yes. If I know the heroes of Hadahili, then most likely they're going to wake up and be fine. I I did some digging myself, and there are a couple of spells within the Dream Realm that should be able to protect them. Of course, there is that lucid dreaming spell I believe you have, and that...
Continue.
And that... What was it? Full protection spell thingy? I don't know quite what it is, but... All I know is that you all are the heroes of Hadahili. They're gonna wake up. They're gonna be fine. All we have to do is wait.
And with that, Lauren sits down on the floor.
Okay. Dr. Fahrenheit sits at the nearby dining table, which has been cleaned of the black blood thoroughly. John jumped up on the table. Not jumped up on it, slid under it and stabbed Papa Lawyer in the back during the fight. And he takes a sit at the table and just says, I understand why you're worried about your friends. It really is easy to understand. Honestly, all I want to do right now is get my job done. But...
Okay, go do it.
Okay, bye.
Well, I also want to help.
Yeah, I'm sure you.
Well, I'm gonna rock right now.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
I just feel have some sort of obligation to help you. I know I haven't been much throughout this whole thing.
Oh wow, that's a face.
I haven't been much throughout this entire thing. I haven't helped or done anything useful. I just want...
I'm gonna detect motive on this dude.
Detect motive?
Sense motive.
Okay,
Sense
roll
motive
it.
on the doctor.
Roll
I'm
it.
over it. Sense motive.
Roll
Red,
it.
My dice. Would you please roll sense motive for me?
That 20.
12 on the pips.
Oh,
Sorry.
That 20.
Yeah, no.
So what's my additions to that? Please?
If
so
she
you
got
beat
12
his...
pips,
You
if she
beat...
got 12 pips on sense motive, your total is 16.
Yeah, you beat his thing pretty hard. You beat the DC. I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2 for DC.
Oh,
I rolled a 2 for DC.
That's not what they're laughing at.
They're being dirty.
I rolled a 2 for DC. Yeah, this guy is fully being honest right now. There's no malicious intent or threatening voice. He's fully honest and kind of somber about
But
it.
I see where you got there.
And he continues on his little speech kind of thing.
He's literally ranting at us.
Not ranting. It's more like a little...
Okay.
Info dump.
He's more like kind of just informing you of his... Basically, he's just kind of dumping all of his info on the table.
It's kind of like
Okay.
he's a
Plot device.
No.
channel
one is
of
listening
exposition at this point.
He
No
kind of...
one is listening.
Dog humps doctor's
This is
leg.
the least
Sure.
interesting way to get exposition
And
done.
the doctor continues mumbling on, and he just says, I was hired
While
onto
the
the
dog
team.
is humping his leg, he just continues to talk.
I was recently hired onto the team. It feels like I'm not exactly, in the right spot. It feels like maybe there's something more I need to do, and it feels like helping you out is probably the best thing I can do right now.
You know what, Doctor? I have an idea. Now, it's kind of out of the box, but just hear me out on this one, okay? So you have this evidence that could lead you to the side and maybe to these reapers themselves. I would like to put you in charge of a team. Put together a team and
What?
go and find them.
What? This is.
Now! Do it!
But this is so sudden. I don't even know. I feel like you're just trying to push me out the door at this point.
Absolutely not, Doctor.
Dog
This is
continues
imperative.
to hump
This
his
is a
leg.
sign that
He is
this
trying to shake you off at this point.
Dog is nearing completion.
No! Stop it!
Sorry.
I will make you roll with disadvantage for the rest of the session.
I don't give a fuck.
No!
I will make you roll with disadvantage for the rest of the campaign.
I don't care.
Uh,
I told you guys to take this tiki cup away. Nobody listened to me.
the doctor is just like,
Give me that.
no, I don't think I can accept this, Miss Lamar. I don't think I'm fit for that sort of thing.
Why not? You have all the credentials. We've lost our DM. Where did he go?
Letting
Where's the
production
literal
assistant
production
inside.
That.
Okay. You have all of the credentials. You have the information. You have the photograph. You have Blue's journal. I think you're the perfect person for
You
this.
have Blue's Clues. We just got a letter. You just got. Sorry.
Again,
Sorry. I'm not there. I'm asleep.
Miss Lamar, please, just take the evidence, and I'll be out the door. I'll be out of your hair. I'll be down at the nearby station.
What evidence am I taking here?
You are taking Blue's journal, the photograph, you've got Blue's journal and the photograph of the site.
Okay.
Michael.
Okay, I am literally pushing this guy out the door because I.
Michael, I love you and you're my favorite boy child. If you say Blue's journal one more time, I'm going to fucking lose it, okay? Please stop saying that.
No, he's saying Blue's journal, not handy dandy notebook. There's a difference.
Anyways, Dr. Fahrenheit hands you the things, hands you the evidence, and heads out the door. Irma's still
Okay, bye.
Irma's still twiddling his thumbs in the chair.
Ira
is still.
Why do you call that guy Irma all the time? What the?
Every time.
Similar spell.
Every time.
It's
That
off
was
by
his
one
name.
letter.
His name was originally Irma.
No, his
Ira.
name has always been Ira.
Okay. Just said Hercules.
Ow! You hit me with a phone dial.
I wanted you to catch it, you drunk.
Watch your mouth. Alright.
I said drunk and stopped there.
I did make a suggestion in chat for you guys could do just second.
Oh.
Yeah, Alasia suggests you could ask our dreaming body, or ask to move our dreaming bodies to a safer spot.
Nah, that's not a bad idea.
Alright, are
This
you?
is pretty safe, I guess. I don't know.
Alright.
I don't want to move them. There's too many of them, and we have to split up again.
Yeah.
How about we get the police to do it?
Well, they are wrapping up. It's not fully done yet, so there are still some flyers on the scene.
Do we want the flyers to know where they are?
They know where they are. They are out on the floor in medical blankets at this moment.
I know that, but do we want them to know where our safe place would be?
Mm.
How about we ask them to take them to jail?
No.
Why?
Because that's
Why?
a place that is hard to break into.
No, that's a place that's
It's
hard
really
to break
easy
out
to get
of.
into jail.
Getting out
By
of it
committing
is the
a crime,
problem.
but I'm saying a jail cell that they're not putting others in.
I kind of feel like
You
Dan's
know.
trying to fuck with me right now. That's what I think.
No, actually, that is a
Somewhere where
secure
the others
location.
are not.
Fair enough. You do what you do. I'm
How
sleeping.
far away are we from these guys waking up?
Maybe
Do we know?
they'll probably be awake.
Oh,
They wouldn't know.
Are you asking as character or out of character? Or por qué no los dos?
They have no idea when we're going to wake up.
In character.
In character, you have no idea when we're going to wake up. Could be 5 minutes from now, could be 5 years from now.
Although Dog has been live streaming all of the events with the Dream Team, like in all of your heads.
Okay, so that's fair. So you would have a little bit better idea that we were moving towards that.
They've been seeing and hearing everything from Irk's perspective, so they would know that you guys are going to your safest and happiest place. The places where you feel safest and happiest within the dream realm, and then falling asleep there, so that you wake up in the real world.
And that will.
How are we gonna know where to take Irk?
Irk is basically, well, I feel like Irk would feel safest and be happiest with Dog, so he's just kind of.
You have no idea what they're gonna do. But
No.
here's what the Dog says. Dog relays to.
You've been live streaming it, so they've been seeing and hearing everything. So you don't have to say that you share if you want.
Dog relays to the people in the party. He says that I know where Irk's place will be. He knows where that place is. We can get there. Irk should be the last one to go to sleep. So,
Okay. We can do that.
that way Irk can tell you we can relay where all the others are. So, not a problem there.
All right.
And
We can do
so Dog then conveys to Irk in a stream of pictures that he shows John lying down, he shows Lutza lying down, he shows Lyra lying down, and then he shows Irk a picture of himself lying down. And so that's what is Irk then pantomimes to John. You points to John and does sleep, and then pantomimes to the others what needs to happen.
Alright, with that, we're gonna cut back to Dream Realm. You guys are on the road. You're currently heading to the first location, which would be...
Lyra's happy place in the forest?
Mm-hmm. So, you're all heading there. You're on the road, it's quickly becoming dirt. You're sort of heading out of Hautahili at this point. Green has taken up form as your shadow, as the group's shadow, so that he doesn't arouse suspicion.
Who?
Green.
Dream.
God of Dreams.
Dream. I thought you said Green.
He did.
I
Dream
did.
and Green are the same guy, basically.
He's kind of leading, he's kind of keeping watch, but not really moving around a lot, and just mimicking your movements so he, again, doesn't arouse suspicion.
Alright. Lyra's forest.
The cement road is quickly becoming dirt and a dirt path, and suddenly you feel something behind you. Look, there's nothing there.
Dream crossbow loaded at the ready.
Faster would be better.
You look to your shadow, and it is panicking. It's freaking out. It's like it's waving the shadow versions of yourselves' arms. It's like it's waving its arms, trying to get to your attention, pointing in that direction.
Faster would be better. Lyra, let's get there now.
And I need
Shit.
who's in Who's in the back?
Me.
John, I need you to roll me reflex.
Oh, you want me to roll reflex? Okay, I can do that. Let's see where we're at. Get my cheaters on real quick. Oh boy, you're gonna love this with a 21.
John, immediately, you immediately hear wind behind you. You dodge the side as you see a large shadow a bony claw, that familiar bony claw, but made of shadows this time, swipe at the air where you were and slam its hand to the ground as the rest of the body begins to form.
Lyra, now. Go to sleep. Get out of here. Go.
And
Go.
I quickly get settled in and trance.
Immediately, Lyra, you're back in the real world. You sit up on the medical blanket. The rest of the party is still asleep.
Big Green, you're up. Let's go. Quickly.
The Green starts talking to you. That body's gonna take a couple of minutes to fully form. We can probably get there in time.
We'll be out in front of them. Don't worry. Shut up. Go. Let's move.
Slap and B for Boogie and haul
Silk
ass.
Turban. Can we shift? This is a dreamscape. You know how dreams work.
Interesting thought.
Let's go. Just picture it in your head and let's be there. Right? It should work that way. Fuck, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
this dude is right on our ass. We
Okay,
got to get the fuck out of
you
here.
imagine the silk turban. You imagine the silk turban, and immediately there's a wooden door in front of you.
Perfect. Let's go.
You bolt through the door, and you're immediately at the silk turban, where you remember it most being, or where your fondest memories of it were, and the body is still forming through the door, and you watch as this demonic creature, multiple eyes, jagged teeth, giant black red wings, a sharp tail that could probably impale a man, claws.
Shout, Mama, aunties, there is drunk at door, needs to be kept out.
Immediately, this little old ogre lady walks over and just says, "I hate rude customers," and slams the door shut, and it's gone.
He meant orc. He's just going really fast.
Yeah.
Orc.
He said
whatever.
ogre. And up to this
Yeah,
point,
but-
ogres haven't existed in Anulo, but they could.
I meant
He
orc.
spoke.
I meant orc.
Fine.
That door is shut and gone.
Hey. Good night.
I don't like leaving you here by yourself.
We'll be fine.
Urk jumps down off of Lutza, and then like digs his little claws in John's back, and climbs up.
Let's go.
Well, first, just sort of hold Sova and pet her
Sure.
and coo at her
So she goes to
until,
sleep.
yep,
Okay, immediately.
she ruffles and settles and poof.
Both of you back in the real world.
Okay.
John,
The,
Urk, you both are ready to go. Where are you heading? Where are you going?
you sure you'll be okay?
The
To Urk. John,
Of course,
to Urk. You
of
sure
course.
you'll be okay?
Urk reaches down and smacks him on the butt. Go.
It's enough for me.
Immediately.
You never breathe a word of this.
John, you're back in the real world. Urk, you are the last one left within the dream realm, and you hear the most.
Wait.
We skipped me! We skipped me! Urk's the only one that knows that Urk's a fucking idiot! Yes.
But the live streaming.
I need
Oh,
to
but we
reprint
do
my
have the live
copy
stream.
because
We
I
have to
didn't
do
hear
this
it.
because of the live stream. We have to.
Okay.
We have to.
Okay, immediately, there's a door. You open it, slam it behind you. You hear this...
No,
No,
I'll
what?
tell you where John is.
No, there's a thing I gotta deal with quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, shit.
You
Hold on.
hear...
Time out. Time out.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Time out.
What? Okay.
Your mama had stuff to say.
Okay, sorry, what?
Excuse me.
We don't understand what's happening. I
Okay.
need you to stop and go back. Lutza and
Sova,
Silva
both...
goofed back. They woke up.
Yes.
Then what happened?
Urk got onto John's back. They summoned another door, went through it, slammed it behind them. The door disappeared. And then they hear the most god-awful thing. It sounds like a mix of high-pitched screeching mixed with nails on a blackboard. And you see in the horizon 2 giant black and red wings as a demonic figure rises. Too many eyes, too many teeth. Its claws are bloodied and look fresh and look too sharp. That tail is long and gigantic.
Okay.
And it stands above the mountains.
That's a
Okay.
good motherfucker.
Is John? Where's Irk? Where's John?
I am in the moment, and Urk is on my back because he is supposed to be last. Or
Okay.
so we were told. So we're going to my
Yes.
place.
You just went through a door to it that has disappeared behind you.
Okay.
So those big demonic things were screeching because they couldn't get to John.
That is Mora. That is definitively
Okay.
Mora. He has taken on some kind of monstrous form. Actually, John, Urk, will you both give me will checks?
Will
Yes.
against. Is it a fear effect?
Feel.
Which means I get +2, so that's 22 for me.
I know.
I feel good
And
about I feel
Irk is riding on John's back, so as long as John doesn't stop.
Oh no, we're not stopping, we still popping.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just needed to slow down the action for just a second because
You got
I
confused.
play
didn't
mental
understand
catch-up.
what was happening. Yeah.
Alright.
All right,
John.
I got 21.
I got 22.
Alright, you both are fine.
Urk
That
is
no-
brave boy.
That screech was god awful, but the ugliness just kind of snaps you out
John
of it.
just looks over his shoulder and goes, "Fuck you!"
John, would you please describe to me your happy place?
As Irk would see.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me get. Hush.
As we step through the door, we are going to go into a very humble, very simple farming village.
I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry, John, but you are very quiet.
Yeah, no, I
We
am.
can't hear you.
Sorry. Hold on. Okay. Is that better? Can everybody hear me a little better now?
A little, but
Not really.
much.
No, this is not easy.
Can you just
You're gonna
turn
have to
the
speak
head
louder.
towards
Project your voice, sir.
Project your voice.
From the diaphragm.
Hard to do with a mood voice.
Yes.
Okay. Better.
That's yes.
Much
Yes,
better.
Thank you.
As Irk and I step through the door, we are in a very humble, simple farming village. In the distance behind us, you can see Hatahili several miles away up on its plateau. And a female voice calls out to me that says, dinner time, and two smaller halflings rush up to John's knees and say, "Daddy, Daddy, we're so glad to see you." And we will just walk into our small, cozy home where there's a fire burning and everything's fine. And I will fall asleep.
John.
In your comfy chair?
In my comfy chair.
John, you snap back into the real world, and there's a small little tear rolling down your cheek.
Yeah.
And
In game and
John
out.
wakes up by saying, "So that's what it looks like."
As he is, I'm sitting on the floor next to him because I just dropped to the floor where I was kicking him. I just reach over and wipe the tear. I don't make any fuss about it. Nothing. Just reach over, wipe it, and take my hand back.
And
everyone else who is
as I wake up slowly and Lauren wipes the tear from my face, I'm gonna look up at her and I'm gonna say, "Thanks, legs."
Everyone else who is awake, you also have joined in on the live stream and also saw John's happy place. And Urk is now the last one left in the dream realm. Mora's gigantic, hulking, demonic figure with quickly flying over to where he was, the village having faded like the mist.
And as I'm seeing this happen, I'm mentally relaying Dog, show him the picture of his happy place again. So he'll think about it and be there.
Urk, you get that flash of your happy place, a door appears that's your size.
Okay, so the place that Urk envisions is literally just the woods, and it's the first place where he met Dog after he was pushed out of his village. As John was sort of saying, it's you see this large dog, and
It must look huge from Urk's
right.
point of view.
I mean, just looks massive.
Jason's dying.
And the dog just walks up to Urk and licks his face. Now, of course, Urk's much bigger now, but back then he just sees this dog lick his face, and they sort of cuddle up and snuggle, and Urk goes to sleep.
Urk, back in the real world.
Oh, thank God.
Not back to reality.
Back to
No, I think
What does Dog do?
reality. Dog just. I was about to say something very crude, but Dog just flips shit. I mean, his whole his tail wags so hard that he's basically
He wags his everything.
yes. He wags it.
Nice.
He starts.
He does a ringaroo wiggle.
He starts licking Urk's face, and Urk starts licking his face. It's a lick fest, and I mean,
Everybody loves a lick fest.
it's just it's just wild. And then they cuddle and huddle, and that's it.
Yes, you all are back on the real.
What did we do about Scully?
Oh, Scully's been awake this entire time.
No, he was asleep as well.
After
But we
you
kind
all
of forgot about him.
After you all
'Cause
jumped
fuck that
into the
guy.
void, Scully vanished, and he's been in the real world ever since.
Whatever.
I'm just going to
Have a
push
happy
the I
place.
believe button and move on.
I believe. Okay. Cool. So we're all here.
Yup.
It's 8 o'clock.
Yep. So
It's not. It's 6 o'clock, but you're in a funky time zone.
It's 8 o'clock for me and Abby.
Oh,
That's true.
I ain't gotta go to sleep for like 2 hours, so I'm good to go. Unless
You ain't gotta. Your English teacher would be appalled.
You sure about that?
I don't know, your English teacher may not even speak English for all I know.
So anyways, you all are back in the real world. Ira stops twiddling his thumbs, gets up and just says,
Back.
okay, alright, I was worried I was gonna have a hero death on our hands, and then we'd have to make a whole statue, and then a memorial, and then a museum. It would have been a whole process, so
You would have loved it.
no, I wouldn't.
Whatever. I'm not that easy to kill. However, I know where we need to
you
go.
are that easy to piss off.
Oh, I am not happy right now. Let's kill this fucking puppet. and then
Neither
let's
am I,
kill a fucking
honestly.
god and be done with this. I'm over it.
I'm with you. Let's go.
You normally are. You always have my back.
Um,
Green, you in?
Of course.
Ira,
Dog? Shut up, Ira. Nobody's talking to you. Dog, you in?
Dog in the through the psychic connection says, "You're an idiot,
Yeah, well.
but okay, I guess I can do that."
Lauren, you ready to finish this?
I want to destroy that thing
Not as bad as I do,
yesterday.
but okay.
Yesterday.
Lyra, new kid. Let's end this.
Ira is like, okay, we have reason to believe.
No, shut up, Ira. Nobody's talking to you.
That was-
Lyra, you with us? Ride or die. Let's go. Our group together. You're part of the group now, right?
I like to be able to keep existing, so let's have a mess.
Okay. Ira.
Good reasoning.
And Moonin,
I was-
after person wakes up, happily hops onto her shoulder
Sure.
and
Yep.
is practically yelling at her. I
Ira's
was worried
like,
about you.
I was just
I
going
thought
to
you
tell
got
you
on
we
me.
have reason to believe that the puppet
What?
is at that old
Ew.
factory down in the industrial.
Great, cool. Here's what we're gonna do. You fuck off.
Okay.
We're going to the shop to get some shit that we need. We're gonna go talk to that asshole that you've got in the fucking dungeons. That infernal. And don't worry about that. I'm gonna take care of it. And then, we're gonna go kill a god.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Yeah, what's up?
You got that flask in your coat?
Yeah,
Is it empty?
no. Never.
You should make it empty.
Sweetheart, we've known each other a long time now, right?
I wouldn't say that, but sure.
You ever seen me like this?
Why do you think I'm telling you to drink?
Oh, I'm gonna drink. And then I'm gonna kill the fuck out of everything.
We know. You've said that
Ira's gone.
a lot.
Bye. See ya.
He left
Sucks
when you were on
anyway.
your little rant.
Good. This is probably his best course of action.
And with that, I think we're gonna end today's session.
And next session,
Okay.
John's gonna murder everybody. I'm done. I'm over this
gonna need-
shit. I'm gonna kill everything.
I'm gonna need John to take some kind of happy pill.
It's called alcohol.
I'll
He's
be
about
happy.
to do
I'll
it.
be happy when they're
I
dead.
tried.
I'll be happy when they're dead.
Yeah, I'd say.
Actually, Dan, you might have a way to.
Oh
talk
yeah,
me
no,
off.
no, no, no.
You have a way to talk me off the edge.
All right.
I do, but I'm not gonna. I'm pissed.
Wait.
Okay, bye.
Just for clarity's sake, did everybody see my space?
Yes. Because it was live streamed into your brain.
I didn't. I intentionally ignored it.
Ah,
Dan?
he's gone. Oh,
No, he's still here.
Yeah, I
Dan,
didn't know it was like
you're the
that.
only one that can talk me down at this point, I think. Hey, anyway,
Well,
bye.
yeah.
We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
They just killed my parents.
I
I'm
know.
pissed at him.
So we're
I'm on the same page as you.
I know. I'm with you. We'll talk about it like in private chat when all these people aren't watching.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, or whatever. I don't know.
And join
Whatever
us
people
live.
do on the internet. I don't know.
Make sure to
The
like,
YouTube
subscribe,
video.
and follow for more.
Whee! The YouTube video will be up either later today. Anyway, later today or tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And probably tomorrow. Because I have to watch Hamilton tonight for whatever. So anyway, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we will see you not next week, but the week after, which is November the
One moment, let me find the calendar.
11th.
No.
Shut up. 13th.
November 13th, we will be back with a live stream. So thanks for hanging out with us.
Yep.
We had a good time.
Bye.
I had a yeah, bye.
Stream's
Okay,
over.
so I am.
Not yet. Shut up. I gotta hit the button first.
What